I think that the most succinct place where that is stated is 2 Corinthians 5:15, where it says that Jesus came so that those who live would no longer live for themselves, but for him who loved them and gave himself up for them. Our default system apart from grace is me.
Yeah.
What I want, when I want it, where I want it, how I want it, why I want it. It's total
self-obsession.
Self-obsession,
Yep.
and I want to write my own laws, and I want you to live for my happiness, and I don't want any discomfort in my life of any kind, and that is the exact opposite quest from God's purpose for giving me breath in the first place.
Yeah.
It's perverse and despicable, but it's such a comforting deceit to always say to yourself, the big problem is outside of me.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the things, again, in 20 years in the counseling office I encountered, but you don't know what my husband's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know my kids.
You don't know my
You don't know
boss.
the church I go to.
Yeah.
You don't know the family I was raised in. It was always, and I would always say, I will not denigrate any of those experiences. Those things are important. But you can't back away from the choices you make that are uniquely yours. The particular way you have fought disrespectful war with a spouse because he's hurt you. Mm-hmm. There's 1,000 ways to respond to hurt. Mm-hmm. You have a particular way that you can't back away from that, but it's so tempting to. And that's such a compelling false gospel, mm-hmm. that if I could just be delivered from this, that, or the other thing,
Yep.
I would be cool.
Everything would be fine if my circumstances changed. But even if you were, you're going to move into other circumstances and drag your sinful heart into those circumstances anyway.
So I love how Paul does that in Titus. He says, look what grace is intending to do. These delivering you from ungodliness and worldly passions and expectant waiting for the final deliverance from sin. But the only way that happens is if God redeems you from you. Mm-hmm. He sent his son to rescue you from you.